In this video, I'm testing out drone lenses. So these are what the drone lenses look like. I'm gonna go down the line from this one to 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 this one. We're gonna just go through and test all the drone lenses out so we can just see the difference. So the first drone lens, we're gonna just use the regular drone camera lens. So let me go over to that. So the basic drone lens, just of course just what it comes with, just the camera, and then you just pop the little lenses onto it.
Take off.
So we're gonna take off and go fly somewhere. So this is just the camera.
Landing.
We have our first lens. We're gonna take off now. See if we can tell the difference.
Home point updated.
From the camera angle. Let's see if we can tell the difference. So we're gonna go over to this log over here and see if we can just take a few pictures with the one lens. Let's just use this log as like a reference. So I'm gonna take a whole bunch of pictures with all the different lenses, and then we're gonna see what's different about them. So let's go up now. So we're gonna go back now. Let's look at some other stuff with it too. Let's go over to this old chicken coop we have over here. See if there's any difference with this coop we have. We're gonna see if there's any difference with this lens, with other lenses that we have. So I see it almost looks like it's got more of like a purplish or greenish hue to it, but I can't really tell. So we're parking it back and we're gonna try the other lens. Alright, now we have lens 2 put on. We're gonna take off here.
Take off. Home point updated.
Fly back over to that log again and see if there's any difference. We're gonna, at the end, like I said, we're gonna do like a go through all the pictures of this with the drones taken. We're gonna go through all the pictures with all the different kinds of lenses. So again, we're gonna go back to the log and go down. We're gonna go through them because maybe right now going through all the lenses you're not really noticing a difference, but I'm sure if we go through them at the end, and then we'll be able to tell the difference. So let's go back over to that old chicken coop. Again, we're not really seeing a difference with this one. It looks a little bit lighter though. So, let's look at something else. Let's go over to, let's go over to this white swing chair thing. Okay. We're going to come back, and we're going to put on the third lens. And
landing.
Alright, now we have our next lens.
Take off. Home point updated.
Our third lens. So we're going to go over to that log once again. We're going to have to do that 3 more times with 3 different lenses. So these are like photography lenses, so they're not going to have like a huge difference with stuff. So they're not going to be like the crazy difference of stuff. But, then we're going to go over to this chicken coop here. String goes pretty quick. Alright. Let's look. Now, I think with this lens, it might be a little more, like, rosy colored. You might have to I just have to look at, like, different colors, I guess, with it, because let's see what it looks like with this red stuff. Yeah, not really seeing a big difference. Now we're going to try our 4th lens.
Landing.
Perfect. It is really windy right now. I'm going to wait a second before I fly because I don't want this thing getting sucked into a tree. Time for takeoff.
Take off. Home point updated.
Alright, and we're going right over to it, just like we always do. The lens, again, if you're not really seeing a difference in them, in the lens colors and everything, it should be in the pictures. You'll see a difference at the end. I'm going to do like a list of all the pictures. It's such a slight difference, though. I don't even know if you'll notice it in the pictures. I guess we'll find out when that happens. But we're about to be on our last lens here, too, so. We're going to go over to the chicken coop. The old broken down chicken coop, and we're going to check that out. So this is what we see with this lens. We'll go through the video too, like a fast forward thing too, maybe. Just so we can see what everything looks like. Alright, we're going to go back now. We're going to do our last lens. Before we have to control this.
Landing.
Alright, we got our next lens. It is our fourth lens. I think we've already done... So we've already done the first 3 lenses. This is our 4th lens. We're gonna
take off.
Got 2 left to go through.
Home point updated.
So we're gonna go back over to that log once again. Let's go down a little bit. We gotta get as best as possible to the same position we did when we did our first, second, and third drone pictures. So let's try and get as close as possible. Okay, this is probably about right. We're gonna get our drone pick. Okay, then we're gonna go over to the chicken coop over there. Looks like it's got like a bluish hue to it. Pitch the camera down so we can see where we're landing at.
Landing.
It's pretty windy out today. You're seeing a difference with this one. It looks more yellow. So we're gonna find out one more time. It's really cold out here, so.
Home point updated.
So we're going over to this log again to get some pictures of it, so we can use as our last thing. I'm getting about 2 pictures per thing because, you know, there could be some mess ups. We're going to go over to the chicken coop again, see if we see any differences. I'm not really seeing any. I mean, it looks more yellow and clearer almost, like more clearer of a color. But now let's go compare all the photos together.
Landing.